Okay, hello gamers. Hi Sarah. I'm sorry. The joke was just right there, and I had to say it. Like it was just right there. How could I not? I am sorry that you are dying. However, I hope you feel better soon. Also, hi Steffi and Dog and Kier and Dog and Steffi and Sari and hello. How are we doing? Thank you all for being here. All of those things. Um, Straub Goopy, yeah. It's funny is that where I'm sitting, you can't even see. Hang on, but I'm wearing the strawberry socks. Hang on, let's go over here. I'm wearing the little strawberry socks, and so then I was like, what spirit do I want with me today? And I was like, you know what? Let's do Goopy. Let's do Goopy, but make him strawberry. And then I picked the desk, but you can't even see my socks. Maybe I'll relax or be on the laptop instead. It's just me and Goop. Just played the starting song immediately again. This game is mocking me. It knows that I hate that, and yet it's doing it anyway. Anyway. Hello, how are we doing? Straub day. For real though, I got my period and we ran out of paracetamol and I do not have the energy to make food. So I can take ibuprofen because my parents are not home. I am so sorry. I am so very sorry. Do you have like any kind of like snack thing that maybe isn't a full meal, but like pretzels or something? Because I will say that there have been some days in the past where I have existed on a day that I really feel really bad on like pretzels and ibuprofen until someone in the house made dinner. Which is not good. Do not get me wrong. That is not a very smart thing to do. You should make sure that you have food, but sometimes it is best to just get something in your stomach and some medicine in there. And hopefully when you start to feel better because of the medicine, you can do something. However, if you don't feel better, you can just lounge around, you know. Some cinnamon bread that I can try and cut. Don't have a lot of it. Just pick up and eat food. That's fair. Hi Mal, I love you. I hope you're doing well. That is usually when I crack open a packet of biscuits. Yep. You have a quesadilla? Nice. What's in your quesadilla? I must know. I haven't had a quesadilla in a long time. My family actually has two quesadilla makers. And yet we never fucking use it because it's really difficult to wash. What is a quesadilla maker? Hi Sophie, I love you. I hope you're doing well. A quesadilla maker is literally just like two pieces of hot metal that you like plug in and turn on that make the kind of like imprint of a quesadilla that you need to know you cut along. There's no reason for there to be a quesadilla maker because you can make a quesadilla in a pan or literally any other way, but it was like the cool thing for a while there, and my parents bought one and my grandmother bought one, and then my grandmother came to live with us, and so then we had two quesadilla makers. Doing okay, but we tried 3 different things to dye my wig and nothing worked. Oof. I am so sorry. But yeah, it's... There's really no reason for that. I mean, like, it does cook it on both sides. It's basically like a waffle maker kind of thing. Except at least the waffle maker has a more... Waffles have a more intricate pattern to them. The quesadilla maker just gives you the outline of like even slices to make the little like pieces of quesadilla. Like, yeah, it's a panini press specifically for tortillas. Yep, and it's like kind of like big and circular. And the funniest thing is that sometimes it would get stuck, like the little latch. It was genuinely not a very good thing to buy, but it would like, there was like a little latch that you would like close so that it would like squeeze it and kind of like get it stuck together, the 2 pieces of tortilla. Except for the fact that the latch would get stuck and then it would try to burn your fucking quesadilla because you couldn't get it open in time. Okay. Got it from Taco Bell the other day, but I didn't end up eating it, so I just saved it. You know, when you said ow, I thought you were saying Overwatch, and I got really confused for a second. I was like, cheese Overwatch? Oh, whoa is what you meant. Consumerism is a curse to humanity. Yup. Wow, why is the cheese hurting you? The cheese is spicy. And here's like, ow, that hurt. It really isn't. I removed the spicy sauce when I ordered it. Very fair. I like Taco Bell's like little spicy sauce that comes in quesadillas. Quesadilla butt. Yep. So last night, I was like, kind of just like, I didn't know what to do because my brain just feels like in waiting mode until I can get this computer set up and everything. And so I was going through and like deciding what order I want to play the games that are coming up. I don't know why I decided to do this, except for the fact that I needed to do something. Otherwise, I was just gonna sit there and watch Anna play the farm simulator, farm simulator, whatever it is. Don't really like the flavor, so I just endure the spice. So I just can't endure the spice. I only like spicy food if it actually tastes good. Yeah, that's fair. I feel kind of... I like spice in food, but when spice is like the only thing that I can taste, it gets overwhelming and I can't do it. I have to get like some other tastes in there before I can put up with it. The flavor is just spicy. That I can't do it. However, I do like a little bit of spicy. I've been making ramen like the past couple of months, and when I make ramen, it's just like top ramen beef flavor, but then I add like red chili flakes to it. And sometimes I add too much. And then my lips burn for a while. And I'm like, I added too much spice to my ramen. I'm dying. And then it's fine. It's actually just tasty. Need to learn typing with only my left hand. See in Discord why? Oh no. Ah, it's just a kitten. Okay. Need to wash myself in front of the computer so so that mom can't touch it. Dickie's thoughts right now. I believe you. I believe that you are reading Dickie's thoughts. I love the
just subscribed.
the motion capture, the blurry motion capture. Hi, Lurk! I love you. 30 months. That is so long. Oh my god, that is so long. We were looking at cat picture, but we can't look at cat picture too long because it might kill my computer. What is that cute little strawberry jam? Yeah, this is Goopy. He normally looks like Slimeball Steve, but one of the colors that you can get for him is a little strawberry. You can also be rainbow and look like a little like a blonde kind of thing, I guess. But I put on the strawberry socks, so I thought maybe changing Goopy to strawberry would be cute. We're doing cat pictures. We are always doing cat pictures. Anytime anybody is like, hey, there's a cat picture for you. Oh my god. What a little baby. Oh. It's fine. What a little baby. They're so cute. They're just like, hello. Are we going on an adventure? That's so cute. Oh my god. I love them. So much. Also the beans. Oh wait, we can't look at cat pictures too long, otherwise my computer will explode. At least that's what I believe. That is so cute. Oh my god. But yeah, Lurk, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate you. 30 months is such a long time. That is almost a year. Just almost. We're so close. But I hope you're doing well. What was that game that you were playing last night, by the way? I didn't get... it was like the pixel horror game. I went to look at your recently streamed categories to see what it was. And it wasn't in the list, and I was confused. Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. You know, I probably could have figured that out by the fact that they would not shut the fuck up about Hobbs Barrow. Probably could have worked that one out. But I didn't. It looked cool, which we still never found. You just gotta go back to it. You just gotta try it again. You'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, the game seemed interesting. You know, a little bit creepy, but I can't tell if that was like the whole like small town kind of thing where everybody kind of feels like they're in a cult. All I saw was excavation, and the only thing I could thought of was ventures. Excavation, initiation. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. You also have Overwatch brain. Like it if I hadn't promised to play Omori tonight, I'd go back to it. Jacqueline found a way for me to get to a certain save point. Nice. Do you know if you lost your like save point when you had like your computer issue? Or was it when you accidentally hit new game? I'm so curious. Because I feel like if it was because it saved locally. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I am so sorry. I felt that in my fucking soul when you like went back to the menu and you just sat there for a second and you were like, it's not. No. And then you like tried to click on the thing and it wasn't working and you were just like I was like, yeah, I felt that. Because you didn't get very far, but you got like a little bit in, a little bit that I personally would want to have to go back through all of that again. So thinking about how someone accused one of my team yesterday of cheating, and I genuinely cannot tell who it was, and I'll never know because they didn't say. Yeah, it was you. 8 hours in that I didn't want to repeat. Yep, that is very fair. I swear I had a Reaper the other day that had some kind of weird knockback on his guns, but when I rewatched the thing, I couldn't fucking tell if I could see it happen, because it sounded like it kept making the noise that it makes when you like get knocked back, but there was no Pharah, there was like no Junkrat. It was just like Reaper and an Ana and an Orisa, but I never got hit by the lance, which also knocks you back. But every time I like went against the Reaper, they were like I swear they would like knock me back, but when I watch the replay, I move so fucking much and I jump and I like do Lifeweaver's little like sprint jump kind of thing in the air to the point where I couldn't fucking tell by my own movements if I was actually getting knocked back, which made me feel insane. I jump around way too fucking much. It is absolutely ridiculous. However, that does make me a little bit harder to shoot sometimes, unless somebody can actually aim. And then I'm toast immediately. I went to see if it was our Widow, but her shots were pretty standard of quick play. So it was either our tank or our Venture, but I don't care. Yeah, that's fair. You have cinnamon bread now? Let's go. I'm proud of you for getting some food. Jumping becomes a problem because it can make you predictable. Standing still also makes you predictable. Moving side to side also makes you predictable. It's just people who know like a lot about the game will predict that you will like be moving in a sporadic question, you know, in quotation marks, movement style. And then they can predict that you're gonna move this way. I can't fucking do that. Which is why it's confusing to me why I chose Hanzo as my DPS main. Because he, you have to be able to aim with him. And I am bad at aiming. I'm gonna lose it. Why is it playing the starting song again? Leave me alone. It's doing it just to piss me off at this point. Which is very rude. I guess still calls me a Hanzo main. Well, maybe you are. I'm gonna go into custom lobby with you guys so I can practice Widowmaker shots with you guys moving like you would in game. Yeah. It'd probably be kind of good to actually like practice and stuff. I mainly just practice on the bots. I had like one good small section of like a mystery heroes where I got Widow, and I got like 4 or 5 snipes before we got the payload to the end of the match. And that is probably the best I will ever play as Widow. I can count the amount of times I have chosen to play Hanzo on one hand. But have you seen him? People are so mean to widows. Yeah. It is very, very funny with the couple of times that I've chosen to play Widow. And I will like be doing fucking terribly. Like I will have not shot a single person, or I'll get like one like mediocre shot on the tank, and then as soon as everyone on the opposite team notices where I am, everybody starts shooting at me. And I'm like, I'm not even good, guys. I can't hit shit. Leave me alone. Finishing my Pepsi that I had with lunch. But yeah, I am so fucking frustrated about the fact that I have my entire computer. I have every single piece of my computer right here. My new computer that everybody has been so kind in helping me pay for and everything like that. You guys have been so incredibly kind. I have my entire PC right here, except for the fucking case. And I'm gonna be talking about this for a very long time. Because I am just waiting. I am vibrating at a frequency that should shatter glass. I am so excited to be able to get to this PC here. Will it not fit in your current case? No. My current case is quite small compared to the case that I'm getting and the parts that I have for the new computer. Like, my power supply is fucking massive. I feel like if I tried to put this power supply in my old computer case, I feel like it would take up most of the room in the PC, leaving no room for literally anything else. It is also the heaviest goddamn thing. Did I tell you guys that, like, when the package arrived with my power supply, my motherboard, my CPU, and the extra fans, Amazon delivered all of those boxes to me in a bag. like a plastic bag. Not a box, not multiple boxes, just the boxes that they come in a bag. And the bag had ripped open while the man, I assume from the truck, was trying to pick it up and bring it to the door. And I had to double check to make sure that I had everything in it and nobody dropped anything out of it or, you know, had something go missing. It was ridiculous. It was like, it was so stupid too, because the power supply is really fucking heavy. And they just put it in the box with everything else. They're in the bag with everything else. And I'm just like, whatever. I chose the option to have things come together in the same package, I guess. That might have been where I went wrong. Got a very powerful power supply, maybe a bit overpowered. Yeah, this is the one that my brother recommended me get. I have the same, like, graphics card that he does, and everything, and he said that it would be better to get the bigger power supply just so that it does 100% power everything. Because the last thing I wanted was to get, like, a smaller power supply and then have it not fully power everything that I need. But yeah, the case that I am waiting on might be too big to fit in the actual, like, little computer slot that I have on my desk. So we're just gonna have to figure things out. I have to figure things out. We're gonna have to figure out where it's going to go. And hopefully everything will work out. I am very excited. I cannot fucking wait to not have to deal with everything that this older PC has to deal with. Some people underestimate the importance of a good power supply. Yep. Yeah, and that's what some people, like, I think it was like Testier said that my SSD might have been having issues with, is that the either other things in the computer just weren't working with it because they're a little bit older, or not enough power or something like that. And I was like, that could be. I was thinking that maybe it was having an issue with just, like, the outdated parts of my computer. Because this graphics card that I have currently, the old one, in the PC that I am currently using, is like, hang on, let me look at it. This graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970. I have in this box right here to replace it a GeForce RTX 4070. It's very old. It should probably be in a museum if it weren't for the fact that I am still using it. It is quite old, which is why I'm beginning to think that it's failing, because And I don't know if this is like a problem with my like computer or if it was like a network problem last night, but every stream that I was watching kept pausing and like buffering for a while, and then it would like pop up and be like, hey, something went wrong, you have to reload the player. And so that kept happening while I was watching Steven lurk last night. So I would just be like watching along, and then it would start buffering, and I was just like, oh, great. Let me give it a minute. And then I would try to reload it, and it would still be buffering. But I don't know if that was like an issue with anything else. But I have a feeling that it's my graphics card. But yeah, I was sitting down last night, and I was like thinking about like the order I want to play some games, because I have a lot of plans of games coming up. And the okay. Well, that was interesting. Where did that go? It went all the way to the top. It's like, actually, we're going to play Dragon Age Origins right now. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I want to, before Dragon Age Veilguard comes out, I want to do a replay of the series so that I don't pull another Alan Wake where I'm like, okay, when Alan Wake 2 comes out, I will do like a big replay of the first Alan Wake, the DLC, maybe throw in Control, and then Alan Wake 2 came out and I wasn't prepared, and then like the DLC for Alan Wake 2 came out. I do not want to have that experience again. I want to replay Origins 2 and Inquisition before Veilguard comes out. Because Veilguard is coming out apparently near the like fall of this year. So I think my current plan is to obviously play Undertale, which we're playing right now. After we finish Undertale, finish Spiritfarer. Because I have been playing Spiritfarer for like 2 years.
This is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji.
Hi, Jay. I love you. I hope you're doing well. And like, I know I'm getting close to the end of Spiritfarer. I know that I am. And I know it's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt. But I have to do it. I have to finish Spiritfarer. However, I could also just wait until, you know, Christmas of this year and then finish it, so I will have been playing it for 3 years. I hope you're doing well today, Jay. But after I finish Spiritfarer, I want to go into the replay of Dragon Age, because this is going to take me a little bit to get through all of the games. I'm going to have to like pick out a day also to invite the rest of the fruits onto my stream and do the whole PowerPoint presentation, choose my character and love interest thing that I have promised in this. And I'm going to ask them very politely not to make me look like an idiot. Current graphics card in my laptop is NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. Nice. We hold no promises, so sorry. What if I said please? Of course, this also means that I need to finish the fucking PowerPoint presentation. I've like written down things about each of the love interests, and that's pretty much it. Laptop is now about 2 years, I think. Interesting. Yeah, my thing was that I could have gotten like a cheaper, older graphics card, but I like really wanted one that was good now and we would be good for a little bit. And the ones that were better than the one that I got were like $1,000, and I was like, buddy, I can't pay that much for the whole computer. Oh my god. After that, I was thinking about finishing Breath of the Wild because I still have not done that. However, I get the feeling that around this time, I'm probably going to get a little bit of game fatigue. Maybe it won't happen as much because I already know the Dragon Age games really well. So maybe like that won't happen as much. Because sometimes I like when I start and play and finish new games in like a rapid pace, I get a little bit tired. And I don't know if that's just like the same concept of me not watching any new shows or me not watching any new movies. Is kind of like that, where your brain gets a little bit tired of taking in new content and like reacting to it and then moving on to the next thing. I feel like that might be something that I run into. So I also have like a couple of like shorter, simpler games, or maybe like some maybe I'll add some more like more sandboxy games in there for a little bit to give my brain a little bit of a break. I bought them in the month it came out, so it was super new. Nice. You're gonna make me want to go back to Dragon Age? My plan is working. I will warn you guys that when Dragon Age Veilguard comes out, every day of the week is going to be Dragon Age Veilguard. There will be no Minecraft Monday. There will be no Coral Island Thursday. It will be Dragon Age Veilguard all day, every day. And I will make no promises, and no excuses. The obsession of the moment, probably. The obsession of... Hang on. When did, the obsession that I have been waiting for since 2015. September 8th, 2015 is when Dragon Age Inquisition Trespasser, which was the last DLC of the game, came out. And that left a huge, massive cliffhanger that I have been waiting for ever since. This is a long time because my son was born in yep. Yep, that's quite a while. And I have been waiting for Veilguard for that long. Got to the point where I did not think it was going to happen. Because EA is absolutely just fucking awful about buying smaller companies like BioWare and then cannibalizing them, shutting them down, and not doing anything with, or not doing as much or as well with whatever it was that that company created. And not only that, but they've gone through and like let go or fired so many people that worked on the games, like the previous games, Origin 2 and Inquisition. And I am fully 100% prepared to be disappointed in Veilguard. I am ready. I have already been disappointed by the previous games in the past and by the Mass Effect games. I am ready to be disappointed, but I am also so fucking excited. Like, you have no idea. I am so excited, and I am so ready to be disappointed. And that is a really, really weird place to be in. The very important question that I need answered so bad, why is Varric's hair black? Because he's been dyeing it. He's not actually blonde. He's had black hair this whole time. I don't actually know if that's, I don't know the answer. But also his hair with the gray streaks in it. Bro. And the fact that in the gameplay trailer, Solus broke Bianca. All I'm gonna say is that if they don't let me smooch Varric, finally, after all this time, I'm gonna be very upset. So this is my husband, though, and for that, Lurk, you have my thoughts and prayers. I am wishing you so well during this process. However, I don't think it's gonna go that well for you. But yeah, they're making a second Strange Horticulture. It's another game on my list. But yeah, I have so many games I need to play. And Anna redeemed Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough. I still need to play The Last of Us Part 2 from my subathon of last year. I need to play Hades for Tessier because Tessier redeemed it. Fucking sob when Solus took my hand and turned on me. Yep. Spoiler! Slightly. But yeah. See, that's the thing, is that I've been like making the PowerPoint presentation about like the different games, and I'm like when I got to Inquisition and when I got to Solus's tab, I was like, this is Solus. He has a very compelling but very sad romance arc. He has so many spoilers about him. Please don't look him up. Because you will you will see many spoilers and then you will be like, what the fuck? I am foaming at the mouth thinking about Until Dawn finally coming to BC. Yeah, I was supposed to... I literally bought Until Dawn on PlayStation 4 and I meant to play it, like, for you. Because you, like, are obsessed with it. And then I just never did because it scares me. I was like, I didn't do so well when it came to Detroit Become Human. I didn't do so well when it came to my own playthrough of The Quarry. So playing through Until Dawn, probably gonna go poorly. Fun fact, when one of my teammates found out that I was dating Marty, she got mad at me and said, Lurk, you can do so much better than that hot mess emo sad boy, which will tell you everything about my romance choices in games too. I think my thing is that I enjoy like the sad boy emo romances. Like I liked Solus's route. I did. I just would much rather prefer dating like Iron Bull instead. Why go for sad boy when sad boy but tells jokes exists? I will admit that Fenris is one of my favorite romances in the series. I feel like Origins is very narrow for me because there's one male love interest for a male character. And it's Zevran. And so Zevran is my favorite. Liliana is just too religious for me these days. She's got just a little bit too much devout religiousness to her. I did play through the game and romanced Alistair as a male character with a mod. However, the misgendering in certain dialogues was uncomfortable. Liliana and Meryl in DA2 are the same love interest, and I hate them both. I like Meryl. She was never like one of my favorite love interests. I loved Isabella and Fenris because Isabella was my bisexual awakening. She was just so pretty, and I was like, wow. And Fenris is a traumatized, white-haired, escaped slave with painful tattoos / markings on his skin. Now, does that remind you of anyone in particular? Because it's literally Astarion. What was the description? I don't think, Sophie, you would know exactly who I'm talking about. But a white-haired, traumatized, escaped slave with painful tattoo / markings on his skin. That is Fenris from Dragon Age 2. Oh, an elf. Sorry, I forgot to add that part. A traumatized, white-haired elf escaped slave with painful tattoo / markings on his skin. That is Fenris and Astarion. The thing I kind of hate about the Dragon Age games, but understand its necessary evil of the game, is that our character stories end at the end of the game. Yeah. No, that's true. Like, I always appreciated the difference between Dragon Age and Mass Effect, because Dragon Age had individual stories, different protagonists, different cast, different protagonists, different story, different like antagonists for each of the games. Mass Effect had the same protagonist over the course of the 3 games. Like pretty much the same crew, but with like a couple of changes throughout the 3 games. Like in the first game, you had Ashley, Caden, and Liara, Rex, Garrus, you know, and then like Garrus, Tali, Garrus and Tali came back for the second game. Caden and Ashley weren't there. Then in the third game, pretty much everybody came back. And so it's just very interesting. I do think that I saw somewhere that they're going to let us remake our Inquisitor in the Veilguard. Like you can remake your Hawk in Inquisition. I don't know if that's exactly true, but they might make an appearance. However, that's really fucking scary, because not only are they missing an arm at the end of Trespasser, but like, let them retire, man. Let him go. Let him be at peace. Come on. They already saved the world once. No, I have to get closure. Okay, well, make it like an option, you know? Like in Inquisition, it was like an option between like three different characters, 4 different characters that can all show up in Inquisition as like the Grey Warden's person that was like working behind the scenes. Let my little Lavellan just be at rest. Let him be off having adventures with the Iron Bull. Let him be. It's literally in like Inquisition when Cassandra is like pissed off at Varric because Varric has known where Hawk was the entire time, and Varric is like, you guys have done enough to them, like leave them alone. Like, I didn't want them to get caught up into this shit because they've been through enough. It is literally that. So just like, let them retire. Let them alone. I did love that part. Yeah, that was pretty good. I remember crying when that line first happened, because I fucking love Varric. I love Varric and Hawk's relationship. I love Varric. He's so good, which is why I really want to romance him. Okay, let it happen. Dragon Age, I've been waiting for so long. Let me in. I think I now own all the Dragon Age games because of the Steam sale. I want everyone to play Dragon Age. However, I want to play it and I want to talk about it. You know, streaming and having like streamer friends is very weird because you have to like balance what you want to play and what you want to watch your friends play. Because like I want to play through Dragon Age and I want to talk about it. I want to show everybody where my like origin story of being like a fucking nerd about Baldur's Gate 3. Like my Google Doc of Baldur's Gate 3, that is something that I have done for a very long time, is make characters and keep a list of them and play through them slowly. You think the same thing about regarding Dragon Age? Yes. Gotta lurk for a bit. Okay, I completely understand, Lurk. Thank you for chatting with Dragon Age. Chatting with me about Dragon Age. I am so fucking excited. But do all of the things that you gotta do. We are probably gonna run into ads here in just a minute or so. And then I will go pee and switch the category over, and then we can play Undertale. Not sure if I'll play them, but at least now I have the option. Yeah, I like it. I love the Dragon Age games so much. I will admit that there are so many problems with the Dragon Age games. Not only is there just like really stupid writing, because of course there's like so many missed opportunities for things. There's, and I hate to mention this, but there's fantasy racism, which should never be a plot point in anything. Do not ever get me wrong. I will always be one of the first people to say, hey, that's not really something that you should like write into your story as a plot point. Oh, there's the ads. Okay, hello. I am back. We're opening the game. Can I not skip through the start of this? Does it play through it every time you open the game? Okay, there we go. Cool. Ah. Sorry, Taylor Swift. It's Undertale time. Mike, level 1. Snowden. Okay. Hang on. Okay, I have to fix everything so that it makes sense from my little brain. Hang on. What? Turiel's name? What about him? Okay, here we go. Is a pun? Of course it fucking is. For tutorial, okay. The autism is chisming about using the arrow keys, but it's fine. What's this? This is a box. You can put an item inside or take an item out. The same box will appear later, so don't worry about coming back. Sincerely, a box lover. It's just so fucking loud. I too am a box lover. Use the box. Oh, I have butterscotch pie. Tough glove. What is that? How do I open that? Control, right. What is this? Tough glove. Weapon at 5. Oh. Worn pink leather glove for 5-fingered folk. Okay. Can I call? Nobody picked. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Attack 12, defense 7. This teen comedian fights to keep a captive audience. Nice to meet you. Oh god. Ah, okay. Assessing the crowd. You laugh at Snowdrake's pun. See, you laughed. Dad was wrong. Ah! Oh, fuck. Snowdrake is pleased with his cool... Okay. $12 gold! Oh, yeah, let's go. Of course, it's a pun for tutorial. be fine. Uh. Hey guys! To think that the early 90s we were used to using arrow keys for games. See, that's what's weird, is that I am so used to using WASD and my hand on the other on the mouse, even if I am not actively using both of them at the same time. That is just where my hand rests. So I noticed the other day I had my cursor like on the screen, which was probably annoying to see because it was just in the way, because I'm so used to needing it to be on the screen. Okay. So as I was saying about Undyne. um Sans. Oh my god, is that a human? No. Actually, I think that's a rock. Oh. Hey, what's that in front of the rock? Oh my god. Is that a human? Yes. Oh my god. Sans, I finally did it. Undyne will. I'll be so popular. Ahem. Human, you shall not pass this. Okay, Gandalf. You shall not pass. Okay. I, the great Pyrus, will stop you. I will then capture you. You will be delivered to the capital. Then, I'm not sure what's next. In any case, continue only if you dare. Yeah. What is that? Skeleton. Okay. Well, that went well. Don't sweat it, kid. I'll keep an eye socket out for you. I don't know what's going on. There was another walkway that I didn't go. Ice cap struts into view. Attack 11, defense 4. This teen wonders why it isn't named Ice Hat. What a great hat, mine. Oh god, what the fuck? Ow. Ice Cap also wants a hat for its nose. I compliment? To inform Ice Cap that it has a great hat. My hat's too loud for me to hear you. Huh? What? What? What the fuck? Here comes that new clothes smell. Steel? Ignore? Steal? Why are these my options? Managed to tear your eyes away from the Ice Cap's hat. It looks annoyed. What are you doing? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Ice Cap is secretly checking if you're looking at its hat. Continue not looking at Ice Cap's hat. It seems defeated. What the fuck is happening? Like, what the genuine fuck is going on? Ice Cap is desperate for attention. Just be right back. just be. Let's be right back really quickly. Don't mind me. Just gonna. What is this way, by the way? I never went this way. The fishing rod affixed to the ground. Reel it in? Yes? All that's attached to the end is a photo of a weird-looking monster. Call me. Here's my number. You decide not to call. You send the line back out. No fishing. Aw, man. What do you mean I can't call the monster? Don't be fucking rude. What is this? There's some narration on this cardboard box. You observe the well-crafted sentry station. Who could have built this, you ponder? I bet it was that very famous royal guardsman. Note, not yet very famous royal guardsman. Hi, Tessier, I love you. I hope you're doing well. I don't think... fuck! God damn it. It's fine. Hello, I've been talking this whole time. You guys didn't even know. You guys had no idea. I've been throwing my voice. Yeah. Oh, fuck. You again. Laugh. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Ah. Oh, fuck. Okay. It smells like a wet pit. Ew. I did that again. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I'm not doing very well. Macaroni and freeze? Ah! Okay. Snowdrake realized its own name is a pun and is freaking out. I don't get it. Should I heckle? What happens if I heckle? How is everyone other than your broken mouth? I'm great. I don't know what's going on in Undertale. I'm gonna be so honest with you. And everything is so fucking loud. Snowflake, Snowdrake. Could be. Let's find out what happens. You tell the Snowdrake that they aren't funny. Insults towards humans. Oh. Ah! Realized its own... Okay, well, what if I laugh now? It says any... Before it says anything funny, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, fuck. I don't understand! I don't get it. Make a bad ice pun. That's supposed to be funny. I don't get what's going on. I don't really understand. Let's try heckling. You boo the Snowdrake. It's your flesh as rotten as you. I don't understand. Laugh at Snowdrake's pun. Okay. You have good taste in jokes. Okay. Thank you. I'm so confused. I understand that there's a way to do all of these. But I don't really get it. And now I have to go save again, because I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. Oh my god. Steen wonders why it isn't named Ice Hat. Your head looks so naked. Excuse me? I love taking 2 steps and immediately taking damage. And I ignore it. Looks annoyed. Hello, my hat's up here. Ah! Did they call you bald? Yeah. Seems defeated. Fine, I don't care. Do you not care? Are you sure about that? You sure? Sure? Sure you don't care? Okay. 13 gold. Let's go. Teen comedian fights to keep a captive audience. Nice to meet you. Did I laugh then? See, you laughed. Dad was wrong. Fuck. Oh fuck. Jesus Christ. I think the constant going into battles is a bit annoying. Absolutely no moving. Okay. Did something move? Was it my imagination? I can only see moving things. If something was moving, for example, a human, I'll make sure it never moves again. Doggo? Okay, but dog, you should probably take into consideration the fact that I am a chronic little runner in circles. Whenever I am thinking or saying something, I will run in a circle, and apparently it's movement-based, question mark? At least that's what Kier said. Doggo! Pet! Doggo, attack 13, defense 7, easily excited by movement. Hobbies include squirrel. Ah, fuck! Wasn't looking. Can I pet? Can I pet? I feel like he would not like this, but I kind of want to find out what happens. I have 5 health left. If I do something stupid, I might die, but I gotta find out. Pet doggo. What? I've been pet. Pat. Doggo has been pet. Oh, I am almost dead, but I'm fine with that. Something pet me. Something that isn't moving. I'm gonna need some dog treats. Someone's been smoking dog treats. What? Oh, hey! I'm almost dead. How you doing? Hey, here's something important to remember. My brother has a very special attack. If you see a blue attack, don't move, and it won't hurt you. Here's an easy way to keep it in mind. Imagine a stop sign. When you see a stop sign, you stop, right?